Hello, welcome to this new episode of the Alex Show TV. And as you can see, I have a guest, and I'm very happy and honored, but very, very happy to have my good friend Tony from London on the show again. Hi, Tony. Welcome back.
Alex, thanks, mate. It's been a little while, hasn't it? But yeah, me too. Honoured to be back on your show. I don't know where things went, but busy, and doing bits and pieces. So no, it's an honour to be back, mate. Good to see you.
Thank you.
You look younger as well, by the way.
Sorry?
You look younger. You look a lot younger.
Okay. Thank you for that.
You sure you're not the twin brother?
No. Thanks for that. We're only getting older, I guess, but thank you for that. And Tony, we were talking about something you and I have discussed. I know maybe it's not the most unique subject, but something so important. I was also kind of filling you in on the involvement of my Spanish channel. And by the way, if anyone speaks Spanish, I include on all the video descriptions and the channel description that I have another show, which is called El Show de Alex.tv, and that's exclusively in Spanish. And by the way, there are a lot of chats there, much more than in the English channel, just a different dynamic. And I was telling you that I had recently an incredible chat of someone that explained it so beautifully in a very positive way, why the brain is the enemy within. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's my bread and butter. I love this stuff. I've been like this since a kid. But yeah, the mind, since I realised what it was doing in the background of my life, there was a point many years ago, I quit drink. I told the story before, but in a nutshell, I quit drink. I came out of hospital. I was indoors, sitting there, and thinking, and my mind said, "Well done, yeah, great. You've done well. You've done well. You've quit drink. Right, go down the off-license liquor store and get some beers in and celebrate."
I remember the story.
I thought, yeah, what a great idea. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Got up, got me money, went downstairs, bought 6 strong lagers, like special brew they were called. The rest of the night, I was watching a film, drunk. In the morning, I woke up, all the beer cans around. Thinking, what happened there? Thought no more of it. And I was drinking for the next 3 or 4 months, until I spoke to a friend of mine. And I said to her, but what made you drink again? I said, I don't know. I was thinking about it, and a thought came to me that said, go and celebrate that you've quit drinking. I thought, how crazy is that? And it was only then that I noticed that my mind wasn't my friend. And I pinpointed it. I thought, that's when it was. That's what happened. So I trusted the thoughts I shouldn't have trusted. And it's that kind of insight not many people get. But if they're aware of their thoughts enough, and they can pay attention now and again, just question what it's telling you. Just question, is this really a good choice? Is this really a good thought? And you will learn not all the thoughts you have are good or for your benefit. So this is a great subject. And the mind, to me, is just a collection of ideas, concepts, opinions, attitudes, beliefs from people you grew up with, the school you went to, the town you grew up in, your parents' beliefs and ideas. And it's just a collection, like in a tumble dryer, you throw different coloured clothes in, and that's your brain. And it just you refer to it as wisdom, but it's not. It's just a bunch of random thoughts in a tumble dryer that go round and round that you think is your wisdom that you need to keep safe and listen to. And if you actually analyse what you have in your head, in your subconscious, it's just random stuff that we picked up as we went along. Like that's why now I'm like a Rolling Stone gathers no moss. I don't have anything to do with the mind. I just live life in the present and don't let the moss stick to me. I try and have as little ideas and concepts as I can. And any thoughts I do have, I don't even want to know about them. I don't even want to know if it's a good thought or a bad thought. All thoughts, to me, are an intrusion into the flow of my life. It's just a kind of, they always put the spanner in the works, the saying goes. So for me, where I am, thoughts, they happen. I can't stop them, but I try not to let them influence me. I go by intuition and what the present moment looks like. So I'm always here now. And It's a battle. It's a battle. You have to push the thoughts away because it's awareness. It's all awareness. If you can't see them when they're coming in, they can take hold, and they're so subtle. They're like judgments. And oh, do you really want to do this? Is that guy really a good guy? Is he a bad guy? And it's like interrupting your life. But yeah, it takes a while to learn whether to trust it or not. So, and memory is another thing. It's what is memory? You know, why do we have a memory? It's to store information, so it's there to recall it like a hard drive. But it matters what's on the hard drive. You know, you cannot live a life with a hard drive full of bad information. And not many people realise their hard drive hasn't been checked properly for a while. So it's not necessarily relevant or good for them. That's my view, mate. Yeah, that's what I would say. Great topic.
It is. It's such an amazing topic, and you and I have discussed, and it was basically the thesis of this guest, that also the mind is so it has the propensity to be polluted, poisoned. Some say even it comes this way when we're born. It's already poison, okay? And
yeah,
maybe it goes to the basis of religions that were born in sin, and that were already predispositioned by the mind. I see it as you're saying, Ed, that we collect all of these things, and they cannot guide your life. I think the most important thing, as you're saying, is we live the moment, and we don't allow the mind to control our lives. Because I think the mind, when you allow it, and a lot of people, especially people either that they think they're very smart, that so-called, scientists and people that they just believe they're so smart, but they don't understand they're being controlled by their mind. And also people in situations like depression, situations of, that they also don't understand. And the only reason they are like that, and I'm very respectful of depression because I have a family member go through it. But I remember I had this talk of saying, you are the only one that can take you out. Not the doctors, not the medicine, not the therapy, not anything. Because at the end, you are creating this. It's your mind creating the depression. If someone could clear your mind magically, the depression will go away. Okay? Because we don't truly, the feelings we think that are within us are within our mind. Sadness, and rage, fear, envy, and all of those things are created by the mind. For example, envy is like, oh, why is this person has this and you don't have it? It's not fair. You work a lot, but maybe the person doesn't work a lot, and I mean, you deserve to have these kind of things. And it's your mind creating these stories. The stories of the mind, okay? These stories of these novellas, these books in your mind of all these justifications why you should feel X or Y or Z, okay? So we shared this was going to be a kind of shortish episode because, okay, the intention was also to welcome you back to the show. And I don't want to jinx it, but I really want you to have, if there's news I'm expecting soon, I want you to have on the show a celebration show because I think you're the best person to share it with. No, you'll understand. If it happens, you'll understand why. But now that we kind of very quickly define why the mind works this way and could be your worst enemy, what suggestions can we give to people that they maybe don't have a clue? Say, how do I shut my mind? Because I remember you and I have talked. I don't agree with the more Buddhist Zen ways of shutting the mind. You see the Buddha kill him, which is in the Buddhist way, like, wow, you see the Buddha is the highest possible thought. So what they're trying to tell you is, doesn't matter if it's the Buddha, you shouldn't have any thoughts.
Sure.
You clear your mind. You clear your mind all the way. It's not possible in modern life. Let's be honest. Because if you shut your mind, you're gonna be asleep in a way. You're gonna be meditation in a way. It's a conscious way of accessing the unconscious and being asleep. You cannot work while meditating. You cannot drive while meditating. You cannot shop while meditating. If someone is able to do that, please let me know, because I really want to have you to show and you explain us how is that possible. How do we control the mind? How do we control this ferocious being, animal, whatever you want to call it, so we can work along on this modern life with our minds?
Yeah.
I know it's a difficult question, but try your best.
Yeah, no, it's what we do, mate. We bounce stuff off each other, which is great. That's why I love your shows and your work, because this is where I see life. The present moment is where we are. We're here now, and any viewers watching, they're in the present watching us. And there's a magic in the present. It's consciousness. That's what I believe life is. It's consciousness or awareness. And like an animal, a dog or a bird, any animal, apart from a human, they live life being aware. They're aware of their body or the environment. They're just listening. They're just connected to the present by awareness. And they may be not aware of their thoughts, which is maybe a next level, but they're fully in the present. And with humans, we've become too dependent on the intellect, too dependent on the mechanistic storylines that we hold inside. So it's the storylines that have us. I think I mentioned a phrase. I was going to create a slogan on one of my hoodies on the back with fabric tape. And it was, people don't have stories, stories have people. And what I meant by that was, people don't have stories as in, oh, they can pick them up and put them down and, oh, I like this story. Oh, no, I won't use that. I'll use this one. No. Stories own us, own certain type of people. So if I read a book or someone tells me something about someone else, now if I'm not aware, I could believe that person over there is what this person said they are. And it could all be lies. But I'm now owned by that story of that person's opinion of the other person. So if I'm not aware enough to say, no, maybe that person's okay, I won't listen to that story. But most people take on board the first thing they hear. And the first thing they hear, they go with it. And there's no discretion. There's no scrutiny of, okay, hang on, maybe it's wrong. Maybe I shouldn't listen to this person. Maybe they don't like that person. So it's to me, not living a life of being dictated to by your stories is just being aware of them, just being a bit higher awareness of what's coming in at you, what people are telling you, what you're reading, what you're watching, what you're hearing, seeing, and just don't give it too much credibility. Like there's a saying, get your information straight from the horse's mouth, which means if someone tells you this person's no good, don't listen to that person. Go to the other person and find out for yourself, and speak to them and make your own mind up. And they call it go to the horse's mouth, and that's how I do it. First-hand information. Always get first-hand information, and that way, stories about people and things can't control you. They can't control how you respond to somebody. It's like gossip, you know what I mean? People gossip about people. And if you're not very aware, you would become an ally, a recruit for that person against that other person, because you trusted them telling the truth. And the mind it loves that stuff. It loves stories. And just being aware that the mind loves stories, and stories own us, stories have us, is my way of being a bit more discerning in life, Not trusting people, not trusting my own stories, and being in the present, finding out for myself, going straight to the horse's mouth and finding out, is that person what they're saying he is or she is? And first-hand information is the best way to bypass the mind. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. And as you were saying, the mind loves stories. Oh my God. It loves stories. It loves creating stories. And I think also loves the, I don't know how to call it, to make trouble out of relationships and that. I know it's very sad. That's why this person called it the enemy within, because in a way, he said, you are your worst enemy if you listen to your mind. So a person that I met recently in the last few months, he has had a few of issues, let's say, with his relationships, because we have grown quite good friends quickly, and he shares stuff with me, and he's not sharing things private. I'm not going to share the name or anything like that. That's not the point. The point is, what I share with him is he starts making stories of things that they are not real and haven't happened. It's like, oh, this person I know is saying this and that. How do you know?
Yeah.
How do you know? You're going 3 steps ahead, and you're putting ideas on people that, so you don't know, and it's amazing. And I just use that as an example, mate. It's amazing how many problems within humans we have, because we go 3, 4 steps ahead and making a story out of thin air of something that hasn't happened.
It's true. It's a really good example. I mean, the mind is up there commentating like a newsreader, or a commentator on a show, and you're living your life, and it's just interrupting you with these stories. It's like you meet someone, and you go, "Yeah, nice to meet you. I'll see you later." You part ways, and your mind comes in. Oh yeah, but look at his clothes. Did you see his clothes? Oh, I wouldn't trust him. His eyes are too close together. Oh, no one's that good. No one's that, and it's telling you stories. It's like, go away, leave me alone. So that's how I look at it. I see the mind as a commentator, but a bad one, a negative one.
It is gossip type negative one. Because just to add a little bit of the story of this person, he, for example, made a point of, I sent him a message and it's 2 hours and hasn't replied back. Maybe he's busy.
Yeah.
Maybe, that right now the applications will tell us if this person has seen the message. Yes, probably have seen it.
Yeah.
It's not ready to respond right now. Doesn't mean anything. But the mind will create a story, mate.
Yes.
Oh, he doesn't want it. Oh, he's upset. Oh, he's not. Oh, he's talking to others. And really the chances of those things happening. And it's similar to the saying that 9 of 10 things you fear never happen.
True.
Have you heard about that? Because you're always fearful. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then 9 or 99% of things don't really happen. But then you are out there fearful. And, I don't want to say the name to get the video in trouble, but what happened in 2020? People will be, oh my God, this person sneezed, this person coughed, maybe he has the thing, maybe she has the thing, maybe I got it already, maybe I'm going to die. And you already made a story, man.
Exactly.
You already went 7 steps ahead.
It's fear, isn't it? Fear. It's like the mind will work on, it's like a primitive survival instinct, a survival tool, where maybe it's a thing from the ancestry where we needed to be alert and we needed to be aware of saber-toothed tigers and lions and whatever, dinosaurs, whatever. So we was always looking for the danger. And maybe that's what the mind does. It just looks for danger. It's trying to protect us, but it's too active. But we need to put it in check. Like I was telling my friend Carol the other day about the mind again, and when I'm busy, when I'm doing stuff, and I'm in a rush or I get carried away, I'm like, oh, I've got to do this and I've got to do this. I've got 5 things to do. All right, I'll do this now. So I'll rush. I'll get to the first bit, I'm rushing. I'll get to the next, I'm rushing, and it's not doing the job properly. And it's like you're not present. You're not present when you're doing the first thing, or the second, or the third to the fifth. And I said to Carol, it's like treat the body-mind instrument like a dog. A dog that you've got to tame. So you put it on a leash, you put a leash on it, and you hold the leash. So whenever you start to rush, I've got to do this, pull it. No, sit, still. And this is my way of thinking. I said, still. So I still myself, pull myself and calm. Right. Become present. Now do it properly. and go on and just be aware whether you're rushing. If you're rushing, just notice it. Go, right, stop, calm down, focus, be present, and that's how I see it. Like an animal that needs training. It's like a primitive part of us that needs training to be relevant and in proportion to life that we're living, and not exaggerate it into, oh, the world's going to end. Oh, he's going to kill me, and this one's after me. And no, that's all fear. We don't need that anymore. We need to be the owners of our own dog, whatever you want to call it. I treat this body mind like a dog, and I'm the awareness. And when I see it rushing around and getting out of focus, it's my job, the awareness, to pull it. Wait, stop it, do it properly. Okay. And then on I go, but I stay present. That's my method. I don't know where that comes from, but yeah, you need to keep yourself in check and keep your mind in check. Otherwise, it will take over. I'm rambling, but
no. Very interesting stuff, mate. And I agree. The best way for me is staying in the present, because I said it many times. The past is gone. The future is an opportunity. It's not here yet, and you don't know what's going to happen. Okay, you don't know. I don't know if tomorrow I'm going to be alive. Okay, so that's, in a way, I know it's very simplistic, but it tells me that what I can worry, if anything, I shouldn't worry about anything. But if anything, if I should worry about something, is right now.
it's now.
Okay, it's the now. So I think the mind has. You said something that was clicking with me, that maybe, I don't know, maybe not 2,000 years ago, but maybe 20,000 years ago, maybe we were out there as humans, and lions were a threat, and maybe bears were a threat, and maybe, so we were in this constant, it's called fight or flight, either get ready to fight or get ready to leave. Okay, get ready to run, which will be the flight. And so maybe right now that we live in such a different world, that these threats are not there anymore, our mind is still in this mode. And for me, it's something that even doctors and scientists, or if you go to a doctor, they will try to get you out, unfortunately, with pills or stuff like that. They call them, the name is, the pills that relax you in a way and calm your nerves and stuff like that. But they try to get you out of this stage of fight or flight, and in order to get you in a more not reactive way to threats, assume threats, because I also believe 99% of the threats are not really threats. You're making a threat when there's nothing there. I also believe this is the basis, mate, that we try to peace the mind. So this is where, I'm not saying I'm justifying it, but I can understand where alcohol is coming. It pieces the mind, drugs, and all of these kind of practices or things and medicines and stuff like that they calm your mind. Okay. There are better, healthier ways, such as I share with you, very well that I do a lot of baths, sea salt baths. Whenever I leave a sea salt bath, and right now I'm putting also not baking soda, but what's the name without the aluminum? I'm sorry.
Magnesium?
No, it's not magnesium. It's bicarbonate, calcium bicarbonate. I think it's the basis of baking soda without the aluminum. Okay. Sodium bicarbonate. I'm sorry, not calcium. Sodium bicarbonate. So it's really alkalizing. So you get in the bath with the sea salt. It's medium warmish temperature. You really get out 100%. Because I think it just relaxes your whole body, not only the mind. But I can understand that people want to peace their thoughts, calm their thoughts with things like alcohol or drugs. I can understand that. I'm not justifying it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's the basis. Even in a more simplistic way, for example, a person that goes to work, has the stresses, and then instead of going home, it happens all over the world. They go to a pub, or they go to a bar in America, or they go to They want to have a few drinks with the friends. They want to wind down. Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of I've been through that myself. You know my story. Grew up London, knocking about with friends. Going to pubs, drink, smoke a bit of weed, do this and that and the other. And it turned out it didn't help in the end. There was no solution in it. And I was lucky to come out the other side. So I know that story. I've got the T-shirt. So all these substances do, it's like an escapism. It's like putting on a good movie, and you're fully engaged in the movie. And you're like, oh yeah, it's great. And when it's finished, you think that was great, but I'm back to life again. I've still got to live my life again. So you tend to keep going looking for escapism. And alcohol is one, drugs are another, gambling, sex, violence, whatever. And they're
all of those.
Yeah, they're not real solutions. The real solution is to control the mind without any of that, without any substances, because they have a expiry date. Normally they expire the person. The person gets expired before the substance. So the real trick is to learn that these are not the answer, firstly, and you make really bad decisions on them. So your life gets worse. They're not the answer. And when you do realise that, learn to understand that your faults are the problem. Your conditioning, your indoctrination from this system, all the ideas they told you were good, all the ideas and beliefs and ways to be, but question it all. Question it all. Is it really good that I'm playing Call of Duty and I'm killing other avatars? And is that really good for me? What is that doing to me emotionally and mentally? Because that's not real life. What is gambling doing to me? I'm losing all my money. I've got no rent to pay the bills. My wife's having a go at me. We're homeless. Now I'm divorced. Live your life on your terms, not from what the system's put in your head about a good citizen, And I think, it is all about understanding, firstly, the system's taught you to behave a certain way. And now it's not working. I guarantee most people living a life are not happy because they're living by the system's rules, the manual, the system indoctrinated them with from school. So they need to question that, and in their own time, step by step, live on their own terms, make their own manual, not like a rule book, but chuck out the old pages. Just chuck out all these old pages, and then you'll have nothing there. There'll be no manual, and then you'll be so present. Your intuition would be like, right, now do this. Now you'll just know. You won't need a manual. You won't need words. You'll just know the best thing to do in every situation. And it's literally shedding what you know, becoming empty and present. I mean, I'm quite deep sometimes, so I've been through quite a lot. People say that. But it's just walking the path and figuring out what works and what doesn't work. And if people don't have the courage to shed the stuff in their life that is not serving them, they're going to keep suffering. So I would see it as a case of shed what you think is no good for you, and what's left, if it's any good, you'll know. But if you're not shedding what you think is good for you, you're living by someone else's manual, And that's in the mind. That's the subconscious programming. But people don't question. They need to question this stuff.
Yes, in different words, I have shared what you're saying, that I believe we should go neutral and positive on everything. And what that means is whatever sets you back, whatever is negative, whatever doesn't resonate with you at all, whatever is more dividing than uniting,
yes,
you should leave it behind. And I mean, you should leave it behind in the sense you should shed it, as you say.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the platform is going to like that word, but I hope it's fine. Because of the. But
oh right, yes,
it's also related to that. But I understand what you mean with that word. I mean, leaving behind. And I also remember when long time ago I shared with you that someone was a victim of abuse, and I know it's a difficult thing. And I said, well, maybe you need to leave it behind. Because
Sure.
really, you're not going to fix the person who abused you.
Yeah.
And by hating that person, by remembering that person, by talking about that person, by remembering the events, you don't understand that maybe, but you're hurting yourself. It's toxicity. Okay.
Yeah. You're keeping it alive. Yeah.
You're keeping it alive. You're making it's a fire. You're keeping the fire burning.
Yeah.
By doing all of these things. You leave it behind, doesn't have to do anymore. Oh, it's not fair. Well, that's a different topic. Okay. Oh, it's
Yes.
not fair that I'm the one that has to leave things behind and the other person is fine. That's not up to you. Okay.
Yeah.
What you can choose to do is, if you're a victim of trauma, or if something is setting you back, is to leave it behind, to forget it. I'm not even saying forgiving, that's a different thing. Forgetting. Okay.
Yes.
Forgetting. Okay. So I totally agree with you. We should work on leaving things that they're like a weight, that they're throwing us back. Just if it's a backpack, just take it off, leave it on the road, keep going.
I need it. Yeah.
I don't need it anymore. Of course I don't need it. So I also say, even the channel mate on my Spanish channel, it has happened to me. It's not for everyone. I might be a weight to someone. I might be negative to someone. Okay.
Me too. Yeah.
Yes. So you don't like it. I'm having that effect on you. Leave me behind. Unsubscribe. Don't subscribe if you're not subscribed. Stop the video. Leave me behind, because everything in life can have those three effects: negative, neutral, and positive.
Yeah.
Some say that neutral is bad. I don't agree. Neutral is like watching a soccer game, and I don't get involved, and I don't get upset, and I don't get enraged. I just watch it and enjoy it. That's neutral. That's perfectly fine. For me, if I choose to invest my time on that, go and get an ice cream. That's neutral. That's perfectly fine. Oh, it's sugar. Come on.
That's the fault.
Because if I think if you go too much, then nothing works for you, and you're in a different position, and it's gonna get tough. What do you think of that?
Yeah, very good point. Yeah, it's very good wisdom. I mean, neutral, positive, negative. You need to be aware of what category they are, and does it serve me? Get rid of it. And like the guy that he was talking about just now, good point was or a woman, I'm not sure it was, but the person complaining about someone who upset them. You say, look, the more you tell yourself stories, keep the story alive, the more you're going to suffer, because you're not moving on. You're not moving past it. And then the person said, yeah, but that's not fair.
Yes.
That first bit was, look, stop telling yourself the same story, then that won't be a problem. But the mind came in from the back door, from this side. I went, oh, but that's not fair. It was the same mind that said the first bit, and it came in, and it's trying to keep a grip on you. The mind's trying to keep a grip on you. And it's like, the second thought, be aware of that as well. Be aware of that thought that says, yeah, but it's not fair. Because that's trying to keep the story alive by a second route. You see what I mean?
Yes. So, no, totally. And it was a person that suffered abuse. Okay. So what I was what I was telling her was, by you keeping the hate, by you keeping the memory, by you feeling the pain, by you keeping all that, you're keeping it alive. Oh, but it's not fair that I get to stop feeling that and the person is still out there. But that's a different story. That's a different story, as you say. That's something else. That's something beyond your control. What you can control is stop feeling hate, stop feeling anger, is stop reviving the situation, which I'm not saying is fine. I'm not saying is acceptable. I'm not saying is something I encourage. Because again, we get in trouble by saying, it's like I recently shared with you, or I was telling you before recording, I did this Menendez brothers. You know about this story, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my point, mate, you probably kind of reckon, but my point was, they're making them as heroes right now. And there's an agenda for that. Oh, because they're winning double ways. So they get to do the awful act, And then right now, let's get them out and make them heroes and say that revenge and violence is fine because I was abused. You see where I'm going with this?
Oh, that's crazy.
And my
Yeah.
position on doing a Menendez show was 34 years, get them out. It's a long prison sentence. They are
Yeah.
not a threat to society. It doesn't seem to me they're a threat to society. But
Ah.
don't make them heroes. Don't
Yeah.
say they're victims. Don't say what they did is fine. Okay?
No.
Blowing the mother's head off with a shotgun, shooting the father, killing him instantly, and then putting 6 more shots into him. We cannot say that's fine. That's evil as well. That's evil as well.
Yeah.
Okay? What you get to choose is when you suffer an act of abuse or anything you suffer, you get to choose to leave it behind.
Yeah.
That's your only choice.
Yeah.
As this thing that if you want to burn that person like we did 500 years ago, that we burn people that, they did awful things, they burn them so everyone is chanting and what,
Yeah.
that's evil as well. But we need
Yeah.
to, and that's the mind justifying itself, saying that's perfect. They deserve that. That's what the mind will tell you. They deserve that. Okay.
Yeah, the mind it's all, the problem is the mind. It's literally, it's up there with typewriter. And it's like feeding you pages of stories. And you just got to say, look, break this typewriter. Just get up and break the typewriter so it can't. But somehow people need to be aware. And it's hard work putting the effort in to keep looking and going, hang on. Oh, that postman's late. Oh, I bet he's lost. But he's, shut up. Go away. Because it's like a car. You're sitting in a car in neutral and your mind is just revving the engine.
Yes. Right, to get your attention.
Yeah. It's like, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm not achieving anything. All I'm listening to is this noise.
But the mind wants you to put shift first and do that kind of
Yes.
stuff. Remember
Yes.
when my boy was in the hospital last year, and I
Yeah.
will share with you, especially that night that he was in intensive care, that my
Yeah.
mind was going, this is not good.
Yeah. We'll do.
And the alarms will go off because we will hear the alarms going off. Because his heart rate will jump and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And my mind was, hey, my mind will keep tabs. It's the second time, it's the third time. Hey, this time it was faster than the other one. All stuff. And I was in a constant fight to keep it at bay.
Yes.
I'm not saying I was in zen state.
No.
I couldn't sleep. I couldn't think. It was awful because it was a constant fight to keep this rabid dog that was just telling me things were gonna get bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I remember that, mate. Yeah. Glad he's out of that. And he's doing well now, isn't he?
Yeah, no, he's fine. Thank you. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you for
Thank God.
asking. He's fine. But I'm
Yeah.
saying that's that night, especially. And it happens. It happens when you have someone in the hospital and and I'm not saying parents is different than kids, but when we're talking about the kid, it's, I don't know, awful.
Yeah.
But the mind, not helping at all. Not helping at all.
Overdrive, innit? Goes into overdrive.
And I tried everything. I tried respirations, all the techniques I know, meditation and all that. And my mind was 1,000%.
Yeah.
The revolutions were red line.
Yeah.
This is not good. This is not good. This something very bad is going to happen here very soon. Prepare for it.
Yeah.
And I have to think, mate, there's an agenda.
No peace, is it? Gives you no peace.
No. There's an agenda to it. No. Worry, fear, when they mix up, it's such a horrible combination because they're different things. Worry and fear.
Yeah.
When they make friends, it's
almost like it's its own entity. It's like it's a little entity that's took lodgings in your head, and it's got its own agenda, like you say, worry, fear, negativity, and it's implanted in there like a little devil or something. That's what it seems to me. It is, and it feeds on your anxiety. It feeds on your fear, and I think the more you ignore it, the freer you are. And you can be in the present in any situation. And it's like, you're not going, what if, what if, what if, what if? You're just aware. You're keeping an eye on the doctor, you know, the sounds, people in the room, people where you are. And you're more aware than if you're thinking. It's like you're feeding the beast by thinking, by worrying.
Yes. But
It's
then
the-
we get in the different situations, so difficult to explain. Then when you are like that, then people say, well, you don't want people to think, so you're a gaslighter or whatever, and you don't want people to research because truth will set us free. And you know what I'm going with this?
Yeah,
That it gets confused that we don't want people to think for themselves. And I say, sure,
yeah,
but you have to go within with the heart. You have to feel things.
yeah,
It's a far superior discovery mechanism than the mind.
yeah.
Really. That's why I don't recently I had a show also on psychedelics and ayahuasca and that kind of things.
Okay.
I don't
No, I don't
I'm just
really.
saying you are free to do whatever you want, but I cannot say it's a positive thing because
Yeah.
it's actually getting the mind in hyperdrive. I'm totally sure that's what ayahuasca will do. And so you will open new levels of the mind, like think of a video game. You open new levels you have never been there before, and it's
Sure.
really you're getting really in trouble if you
Yeah.
don't handle it properly.
And you're like in another dream, isn't it? You're like in
Yes.
an-
What do
new
you say, lava dream?
another dream.
Oh, I thought you said lava dream. Yes, something you're out there in a really
Yeah.
very
It's like
difficult to
dreaming.
handle thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, people need to realize escaping from their life in the present. That's all the only place it happens is in the present. That's where life is. If people try to escape, remember that game on a stick with a ball on a rubber band and used to hit the ball, swing ball. Was it swing ball?
I
Do you
think
remember?
so. Yes, yes.
You're in the garden, you put it in the grass, and then you hit the ball round the hole. It's like that's what people do all the time, just hitting the present away. I want to go over there. I want to go over there. I want to go over. Leave the bat and ball. Leave it alone and live your life.
Yes. Well, two examples there. A lot of people go in the past. Oh my God, this happened to me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my. And then the one I was telling you about, we make stories, and that's the future. Things that haven't happened yet. Oh, this person hasn't replied. He probably doesn't want to talk to me anymore. Well, how do you know?
Don't.
How do
No.
you know it hasn't happened yet? And then you hear from them after a while. Oh, he has contacted me, and everything is fine. You see?
Yes.
How do you know?
And you know, I just saw.
Sorry, go ahead.
I just saw it when you was talking. All these thoughts. I don't want to do this. And the culprit is right behind our ear, here, and we can't see it. The voice is right here behind us, like pulling our strings, but we can't. We don't do this. Oh, it's you up there. It's noticing where it is instead of getting dragged along with a story. It's the noticing that is the key. Yeah, sorry, I just thought.
No. I was thinking of a very old boss of mine when I was very young, out of university, that I will tend to start making ideas of things. And one time he told me, no news is good news. What does it mean? Don't start making stories if there is no information.
Sure.
Okay? We're
Yeah.
waiting. We had a quality problem with a supplier, and it affected the customer. And so I was making these ideas. Maybe they got it, maybe not. And I was even making positive maybe implications, like maybe they got it and it fixed the problem. And he said, no news is good news. So far, we don't know nothing. So
That's
when we
wisdom.
know something, we'll start dealing with it. Okay.
That is wisdom,
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
That's
So
wisdom.
when we know something, if you are just projecting and you don't, it's BS. Okay. And it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. You know,
I'll use that if you don't mind. I'll use that.
yes, thanks. And you know, similar situation, everyday life situation. When I remember when I was young, going to a job interview. And Tony, there were times I thought there was no chance, and I got the job.
Yeah.
And there were times I thought they were gonna call me the next day.
That's
And
it.
they didn't. I remember one time I called like 15 days later saying, hey, what's going on? I mean, why? Because the person that interviewed me said, hey, you are great for the job. I think this is a deal, done deal. Will you
Sure.
take this salary? Yes, I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna happen. And then 50 days later, it's like, oh, this vacancy has been filled for a few days
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, thanks.
So
Oh
you
my
expect it. Yeah.
God.
All that time you're stressing over it. Like 15 days of stress. Have I got it? Have I got it? And it's like
I
you didn't.
know, and that's probably a benign thing because you're
Yeah.
not really harming anyone. But sometimes things don't seem to go your way and they go. And sometimes it's a sure deal. That's why I'm telling you this thing I'm waiting. I don't want to jinx it. It's supposedly gonna happen. It's a
Yeah.
big deal
Yeah.
for the channel. But I also been reading lately that it could also not happen. So imagine I say it's a done deal and then it doesn't happen. I feel like that job. I remember that one especially.
Yeah.
And then I thought, how naive of me, because he probably was saying the same thing to everyone.
Yes.
He was
Of
probably
course.
gonna saying the same thing. Hey, you got the job. He's gonna work out. And there are people that are made like that. Maybe I don't know. He felt if I had another opportunity, I was not gonna take them to. I don't know. It's strategies. I don't know.
Yeah. Keep you on hold. Yeah.
Yes. Keep me.
Yeah. That's good stuff. It is. But the mind, it's stories again, isn't it? It's just, oh yeah, you've got the job. He said you was almost certainly getting the job, so it's mine almost. I'm just waiting to get the job now. That's another story. It's another narrative, you know.
Yes,
So
and you know things until they happen, they happen. And
yeah,
recently, one other person was telling me about a job, and she really needs it. I know she really needs it, and she was telling me, "Oh, I'm thinking now that I'm gonna get the job." And I say, "Wait, I don't mean to be negative, but you still don't have the job,
yeah,
okay?" And you know what happened to her? She didn't get the job. They
yeah.
actually didn't. They actually apparently she went to the place for the first day or something, and nothing happened. No, there's no job. Sorry about that. Okay,
Mm. Yeah, the mind
so.
again. It's just acceptance of life, isn't it? In a way, accepting your path. Okay, I made a phone call. I've written an application form. You know, filled in a form online. That's it. Leave it. Let it go. Carry on with your life. If they phone back, great. If they don't, still great. But I'm not interested in looking at what might be. I want to know what is. You know, be here now, because and it isn't. It's like you said earlier. People criticize you for like, oh, what? Don't think then. Don't think at all. No, it's a process. Right? It takes years to get from stressed out 99% of the day to living a relatively peaceful life. And it's not like you're stopping thought. You're just noticing them. You're just noticing them, and over time, they get less and less because you've pushed most of them away. It's not you switch it off. It's hard work. It's just hard work to notice when you're thinking your thoughts come in, and being aware. That's the only thing I think is the key to it. And it takes a long way to go, a long time to sort of tame the dog, you know, beast, to tame that dog and put it in its place. Say, shut up. You're not involved. This is my time. You stay out of it. And it's effort. It's real effort, as we know. You know. So I hope this hits home with people. I hope this resonates and people listen to the stories we've talked about, and it chimes. You know, people get it and think, yeah, my thoughts are not always for my benefit. Sometimes my thoughts actually sabotage my life. Actually, my thoughts are actually evil, and it's that, you know, discovery. I hope they take away, and then they keep an eye on their thoughts from now on, because that's the only way out of it, as my opinion. So this is another great one. We've done some good stuff, mate. Yeah. Good work.
Yes, it has been great. It's great to have you back. And when
Cheers, mate.
I was thinking about the thoughts, it's mostly about you know what I'm trying to say. I don't want to say much of the platform, but you know these thoughts about the system and information and knowing what's going on. With all due respect, if you don't know what's going on, I don't know what to say. okay?
Yeah.
Because I think it's very clear by now.
Yeah.
That's what I share, that dwelling into that,
Yeah.
dwelling so much into that. Is it really, sometimes it opens so much, confuses you even more.
Oh,
That
yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
stepping away from the box, the old say of out of the box, which is getting a little distance from the box, because
It's,
when you are
yeah.
like this, you're not really seeing much. Okay.
Can't
When
see
you
it.
step a little bit, you understand things better. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
A lot of people that dwell into the details of what's going on. Well, if you're not aware of what's going on, I don't know what to say. Don't
Yeah.
even try to understand it, because
No.
and some people say that we are, or I am, a gaslighter, because I say people not to think, and it's my position is the answer is not there. You really can think of it all you want. You really
Yeah.
can think you are awake by having all that information,
Mm,
but really the answer is elsewhere. Okay, because
yeah.
that's very apparent. That really, if you have been into this game for years and you still don't understand what's going on,
Yeah.
don't bother.
Yeah. Give
Mate,
up.
give up. Yes.
Yeah.
Mate, we have been close to an hour, so have anything in closing?
No, thank you for the show, and good to see you again. And I hope the viewers resonate with this, because I totally 100% know, I've lived it. Present moment is life. That is life. The present. Thoughts are stories. The stories that keep us hostage. So, no, thank you, mate. Thank you very much.
Yes, I will add to that basically what you just said, and also uh, I already said, but great to have you back, and and really, I was thinking these past few weeks how much I really enjoy your chats. But to add to that, the present moment, it's really the only thing, because if you think about it, memories are great. Even if it's good memories, that's perfect. Okay, if I think when the day my children were born, the day I
Yeah,
was married,
that's it.
stuff like that, great memories, but they're memories. Okay, what's really real is this moment. So
Exactly.
how about this is a suggestion for everyone, because again, this your life is yours, so you decide what you want to do. But how about you live for this moment? So you make every moment special, and every day special, and every hour special, and every minute special. Okay.
Yeah,
And again, you can tell me, today we're recording on a Friday, but let's assume it's a Monday, a Wednesday, let's assume whatever, a Sunday, I don't know. Every day can be special, mate, because at the end, it's you and your view of things that make it special. So difficult that the out there, this knowledge that happiness and for a day to be good or bad is in the out there, then you're really setting yourself for failure. That's an opinion. Okay.
yeah, I've got to agree with that. Yeah,
So if you decide to live for the moment, if you decide to make every day count, then the future doesn't really matter. And the past is a beautiful memory, which is great. I'm not saying you forget it. It's great, but it's a memory. Some
yeah,
people are chained by the past.
yeah.
It's like a weight they carry around, and they're like,
A
they
prison, isn't
don't
it?
even
Prison.
can walk anymore because of the past. Leave the
Yeah,
past. The
yeah,
past is a beautiful memory. The future is not here yet. It's an opportunity,
yeah,
but really the only thing you have is right now. So live for the right now.
yes. Every moment in it,
Every moment, yes, every moment.
an opportunity.
So you will notice how things, when we simplify, things start becoming, in a way, they start coming to you. You said it with the channels before recording, how things apparently they're starting to work for me, and you know very well. There was a moment I was really forcing that. I was really making a lot of effort with
Yeah,
maybe with a very diminishing return.
yeah,
And when you let things come to you, and I'm not saying being lazy, because these terms can get confused. That doesn't mean you're being a couch. No, I'm just saying living the moment and allowing everything to fall in place.
exactly.
Then it works perfectly, I think.
Yes, totally, mate. Let life happen, but be in tune with it too. Life's going to happen anyway, but you need to be with life for it to benefit you. If you're in your head, you're not with life. You're in another story. So let life happen, but honor life, honor your own life by being present. Pay attention to it. Be present in your own life. It's the only life you have. So honor whatever life is and be here for it. Yeah. Wise stuff, mate. Wise words you got there.
Thank you, mate. Thank you for being back. And thank you, everyone, for watching. Thanks, mate.
Cheers, mate. Take care.
Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover your true self. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and to serve others. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover your true self? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to the universe. Simply ask, who am I? Where do I come from? What is my purpose? You will start getting signs, breakthroughs, and signals. You will notice how your notions about this reality start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering your true self equals to real freedom. Your self-imposed limits will fall and you will be ready to understand this reality, but you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will set up a new world. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, lust, envy, violence, justice through violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only your egoic mind and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from patching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Thank you very much for watching. Please share, like, and subscribe. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you would like to appear on the show, please email me at hey@thealexshow.tv. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.thealexshow.tv. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very nice day.